support this channel by clicking subscribe, then hitting the bell, and then hitting all to get future notifications.
Hello and welcome to another Suburban Somm tasting video. I am Scott and today I have the pleasure of trying this Chardonnay from Calmere. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. They are an offshoot of our friends up in Peju in Napa Valley. This particular bottle is a Reserve Chardonnay. It retails for about $55. They also have their Estate Chardonnay. That's more of their entry level. That comes in, I think, at $35. First of all, if you don't know Peju, you're really missing out. Peju is kind of a real gem. We've featured them on the channel before. They're kind of in the heart of Napa Valley and Rutherford. They're known for their big, bold red blends, their Cabernets, their Cab Francs, and I think they have a Sauvignon Blanc. But what they don't have is some of their Burgundial varieties like a Chardonnay and a Pinot Noir. So what they did about 4 years ago is they purchased a vineyard down south of Napa, right along San Pablo Bay and Carneros. So it already had a vineyard, an established winery. They acquired it, they put some money into it, and started working on their brand for Calmere, which I believe translates to Calm Sea. The daughters of Peju, Lisa and Ariana, who've been with the winery since they could work, are kind of heading this up now and spearheading the whole effort. So if you were to go out there, you're going to find a good 5 or 6 different Pinots, some various clones. You're going to find the 2 Chardonnays I mentioned. You're going to find a Rosé, and I think there's even a sparkler out there, and maybe a white blend. So it really rounds out the Peju lineup nicely, because now if you were to go out to the Peju site, you're going to see not only Peju wines, but these wines alongside. And like I said, it rounds out their lineup. So we're going to go ahead and try this one out. You'll see this is a screw top. That does not mean bad. Screw top used to kind of have the stigma cheap. And as I said, this is over $50. I would not consider a $50 Chardonnay low end at all. If anything, that's mid-range or bordering on the higher end for a California Chardonnay. So screw top doesn't necessarily mean bad. We're going to go ahead and get a little bit of that in the glass. So my first visual thoughts are, that's a very pale gold. I've definitely seen darker Chardonnays than that, and that could be an indication that they didn't overdo the oak, which is a good thing. And one thing that's interesting, even though they're still in Napa and probably less than 20 miles from the Rutherford vineyard, the climate there is so different that they're able to grow Pinot and Chardonnay, whereas up at their home base they can't. That's just how diverse the Napa region is. So as I look at that, it's a tropical nose, pineapple, maybe even some banana, papaya. Very inviting though. I could keep my nose in this all day. Very pretty pale gold though. And that is certainly delicious. There is some oak, but it's just faint. Certainly not overpowering at all. It's there, but I would call this a nicely balanced wine. Creamy comes to mind, creamy vanilla. So there's some citrus. Yeah, nicely layered wine. We were going to pair this with fish, and in particular salmon, and normally I wouldn't pair a Chardonnay with salmon. I would probably do one of their Pinots, but it's such a warm day out, I was kind of looking for something a little more refreshing than a Pinot. I think this one's going to hold up. This is definitely a bold Chardonnay. I wouldn't call this light. And I think, like I said, I think it's going to hold up against a tougher, meatier fish like salmon. And we'll have it afterwards too. It'll be nice to have to drink as we wind down tonight. But I got to say that I'm very happy with this particular wine, and I look forward to trying their Pinots as well. I think this is just going to complete the Peju lineup quite nicely. One more try. Solid, balanced, somewhat lingering finish for a white. I mean, it's not gonna stay on your palate for a minute or something like that, but it stays with you. Probably a little colder than it should be, as you can see on the glass. I'll probably let what's left in here warm up a little and see what other flavors emerge. But overall, a great wine from Calmere. I would recommend you try them out. And like I said, you can either go to calmere.com or you can go to peju.com. You'll find their wines out there as well. Anyway, I am Scott from Suburban Somm, and this is what I'm drinking today.